Hey, JulesBlessedVegan, and as always, welcome to my channel. And for those of you who are new, I know you can benefit. So we are in the middle of our 45-day Random Acts of Kindness challenge in preparation for Lent, which is the passion, crucifixion, resurrection of our precious Lord. And we are just doing small random acts of kindness in that time to just remind us that life is precious and fleeting, and we really need to make the most of it and just bring a little bit of joy to people because there is so much darkness, right? Okay, so the new random acts of kindness for tomorrow is to actually take a dry erase marker and simply write some kindness on your mirror or kindness on a window, someplace that you view regularly in your day. It can be for you, just to be loving to yourself, some praise for yourself. It can be for a family member that uses that same restroom or mirror. It can be at your school site or your workplace. Because it is a dry erase, it'll come right off, and you can just put some emojis or smiles or some happy thoughts. It costs nothing. It brings tremendous joy, and it won't damage anything. So I thought that one was very cool, and I'm going to go for that seriously. I'm going to randomly draw some kindness around my school site tomorrow, and I might even surprise my husband with a love note on the bathroom mirror, which I think would be fantastic. All right, so that's where I'm at with that. In my life, I am prepping for tomorrow, which is going to be my observation, a formal observation. I have to be observed a couple times a year, and mine is tomorrow. I've been stressing myself out. I've changed the lesson plan 10 times, which is never good. And it's really sad because I was just realizing, like, how many times and how many years does it take to, like, overcome the trauma, overcome issues from childhood, overcome, it's so hard, but I just know that God doesn't want us on the fence, and He wants us to keep striving for things. So when I go to confession and I just confess the same thing seemingly again and again, God never minds, because it's more than most people who won't even confess that they have any flaws. And it's kind of the same thing. I was really verbally abused by an administrator for years, and it really threw me off my game. But I need to let that go because she's not even in education anymore. So why am I carrying that baggage, right? And then, yes, I was verbally abused a lot as a child too. And, told that I wasn't enough. And I'm accidentally carrying that into vulnerable situations. And I'm sorry for that, I want to be able to always recognize that it's my truth, but I want to be able to let it go much faster. So tomorrow will probably be fine. They say only 8% of what we worry about comes to fruition. So 92% of the time, not even going to be a problem. So I'm going to hang up because I'm just finishing that lesson plan. My room looks beautiful. Oh my gosh. I busted chops. My kids did all their work. Every board is represented by every child, and they did an amazing job. And I'm giving them what's called a pop-up party. That means it's not one of the ones that they can generally earn through points or table points or whatever. It is a single thing that I suddenly choose, and we pop up a party, and our pop-up party is on Friday, presuming they get done what they're supposed to. So good thoughts all around for that. As always, let me know if you need me to pray for you. My little dog Mercy is doing really well. I'm so happy for her. And I don't have an update on Dean, but I know that I'm constantly asking for prayer because he's so beautiful, and I just want him to be the exception, for his situation. I want him to have freedom in his heart and in his soul and in his mind in a way that he never really had as a kid, and definitely didn't have once he started drugs, in his late teens and in his adulthood. So I want God to just go, you know what? You've been a prisoner enough for your brief time. Let's turn this around and just give you that fresh start you deserve in real time on this planet. I welcome that. Not even for me. It's just for someone else. That's that random act that prayer is for someone else. One other really cool thing was that they have a speech contest at my school, and this one boy is so bright. I mean, he was able to memorize his speech. I helped the children by setting them up in terms of the content of it, and we worked on our, essays and everything, and then those were turned into speeches. But he ended up winning the speech contest at the school site, and from there he went to the district. And so tonight it was at the district, and I knew I couldn't go for like so many reasons. But the last couple of lunches I spent with him, coaching him, because I majored in public speaking. I majored in interpersonal communications, literally, which I absolutely love. So I gave him some hot tips. I pushed him out of his comfort zone this afternoon and made him perform in front of the class. And, he was a little awkward for that, but I knew whatever he did, it would be enough. Well, it was more than enough. He totally won for the grade level at the district. I am so stoked for him. And I'm so happy that I was part of it and that I used a couple of lunch recesses, right? Which other teachers certainly did not choose to do. And I'm just rejoicing. So I like taking on that. Another really neat thing, and it's probably being acutely aware because of our Random Acts of Kindness challenge. When people are being kind, when I'm suddenly doing something, like I mentioned yesterday, we're having a pennies fundraiser for the 8th grade. So all of a sudden I'm saving my pennies. I brought a couple of dollars to sabotage other classes with the understanding that all the money is a blessing for everybody. And one of the noon duty aides, I don't know what you guys call them, but anyway, she literally saw me and we were talking about something completely different, and she suddenly just took this time. Maybe she's doing Random Act of Kindness. I should see if she's secretly watching JulesBlessedVegan. Whatever the case was, she just went off on praising me, on just telling me what a blessing I am to their school, that she's so, that everything I do for the kids, that the way that I communicate, she just is all in. She just loves it all. She's 71 years old and she looks like Sophia Loren. I'm not even kidding you. And it was just such a joy that she was so genuine and took the time to say that. I thanked her, of course, profusely in the moment, but it was just neat. So I just love giving the love of these random acts and receiving them. I love it. All right, my friends, like if you like, join us if you haven't subscribed, and until we talk again, best of all, know that you're blessed.